Hey friends, Mr. Mark here, and I have a great fall idea as we're hopefully getting some cooler weather soon. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So we want to actually tear some brown paper and we're gonna make a scarecrow. So that'll be a lot of fun. Now, if you had pieces of burlap that you could cut or whatever, that would be fine. You could do that, but we're gonna use brown construction paper. So I'm just going to glue these all over. This is going to be the face of our scarecrow. So, yep. All right. And cover this completely. So we can talk about the birds. We can talk about how scarecrows were actually used. It's kind of nice to celebrate the fall weather. And not necessarily that we're moving toward celebrating Halloween. We don't usually celebrate Halloween in our Christian classrooms. We celebrate things from the fall. So, and there's lots of really great things. So that's why I wanted to get started before October. I mean, it's barely before October, but at least you can have something that you're working on to plan ahead with. So we're making this little patchwork face, and your kiddos can glue these on. If you want to tear them, that's fine, but really they could tear the paper ahead of time and have a nice little stack. If you have a hard time finding, sometimes people have trouble finding some brown construction paper, so let me just say a grocery bag will work as well. So you might consider that, just using a grocery bag. All right, looks like I'm getting them all to fit just right. And so there's the face right there. Very good. So I'll set this aside. I want to make a nose. So I'm going to cut it out, and you can make it rounded. You can make a triangle. You can make a teardrop. That's not bad. I kind of like that. So I'm going to make it just a tinge smaller, although a big nose scarecrow doesn't sound like a bad thing. So I don't want it to look like a snowman, so I'll turn it this way. That works good. Now I could do some googly eyes like this. Kids like googly eyes. And stick them on if you can get it off. There it comes, finally. So I could stick them on, or you could use some white and just put a black piece of construction paper on there. Oh, I think I was pushing it the wrong way. Don't have to make it that hard. All right, so here's his eyes on there and a mouth, but I'm gonna draw the mouth, but you can glue it on if you want. I can do the mouth kind of like this. So that's fun. Now for hair, it would really be a great idea to let the kids trace their hands and then cut out their hand to be the hair. So I'm going to just loosely do that quickly, so that way you get an idea. Matter of fact, I'll do it faster if I double it, because that way I won't have to do two. So let me try that again. So I'm going to loosely cut that out. So some of you are like, how does he do? Where does he come up? Well, I have wonderful writers that also help me here at Mr. Mark's classroom, but I also need to tell you, I have a degree in art, and so sometimes I just like coming up with ideas. This was actually an idea that one of our weekday teachers came up with, and I took a picture of the kids' artwork and I've saved it. So, all right. So without tracing it, we get the idea about what that looks like. Because we're going to put this on each side of our scarecrow. So let's try that real quick. Almost looks like antlers, doesn't it? That's okay. All right, on each side. Okay. Now, I think I like the other side better. I'm going to change my mind. Put a little glue there. Put that on. So that's his hair, his hay hair. Okay, now we want to make a hat to go on top. So basically it's a cone. So you just cut out a cone. So let's do that first. Let me show you. I'm just going to cut out a cone, and then I want to change one little thing about it, and maybe this will make sense. So you see it's a cone shape, but I really want it to come to about right here. So I'm going to mark that with my scissors. I can see where that's at. And I want to come to here, and then up. Matter of fact, I might make the cone just a little bit smaller. And that would be just fine. So that way it has a little bit of a bend in it. All right, do you see the bend? Looks like I need to clean that up. All right, I can use a little piece of the black to make the band to go across right here. Just trim that off. The kids will just follow along looking at yours, and they'll be able to know what to do. And theirs is going to look different, and that is great. That's why we celebrate everybody's artwork. All right. And we can put a great verse, put a great verse on there that talks about the different seasons that God gives us, Ecclesiastes, and we can celebrate fall. I hope you'll join us in making a scarecrow.